What's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Seriously here with the original cast: King Phenom, Blank Man, and Brown's in the house.
Good morning.
Yeah. We got some. Okay. Okay.
Why didn't know it was gonna be like that? Might want to turn that volume down a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Why did I didn't know?
I'm only doing the intro here. That's it.
My bad.
Yeah.
Great way to start off the first live show. Great way.
Exactly. Well, what I was about to say was we live in this bitch.
We live, baby.
Yo, we are on YouTube now. We finally got video up and running. Phenom has been working feverishly trying to get everything worked out with lights and cameras and action. And Phenom, you did a good job, man.
Negro MacGyver. MacGyver. I'll take MacGyver. There you go.
Man, so it looks good. So this is it. This is the default setting from now on. This is how we're gonna go. You're gonna see our face. So
some of us.
Yeah, some of us.
Some of us.
Out of respect to Brown, we have chosen to leave her off the video per her request. Maybe every once in a while she might throw a hand out so y'all can see a hand, but you ain't getting shit
Don't
else.
hold your breath. I'm not that friendly.
You'll pass out, believe me. But yeah. So
what's going on, guys?
What we want to get into today?
What are we doing? I don't know. It was just me and Sirius last week. You know, you guys all had life and shit to do, so
it's crazy, right? Life
way
Things
more
happen.
important than us.
Gets in the way. Yes, more important. Yes.
The weekend of Comic-Con,
which was insane. Which was
like
really
worst timing ever.
It really was. I mean, honestly, I sat at home like, damn, I really wanted to do the show, but you know what? Yeah, I'm tired.
You didn't sit at home thinking that while we were doing the show, did
Yes,
you?
I did. Yes, I did. I felt bad.
It was like, I have no regrets. No regrets.
I felt bad, but you know.
I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't any thought to it. I had things to do that took precedence, and they involved money, so like,
well,
sorry.
you got to secure the bag.
You got to. Put the weed in the bag. Put the weed in the bag first.
Put the lime in the coconut?
It's a line from Belly. Put the weed in the bag.
Yeah.
You got that? Did you get
that?
All right.
We got it.
You got the reference. Making sure. So what we diving into?
Oh man, what do we want? Since you guys missed last week and you guys didn't have any real opinions on on any trailers, do we want to talk about it, or were there any trailers that you guys had any insight on? Or
I personally enjoyed Glass. I know some of us doesn't really like M. Like Shyamalan, but I personally enjoyed it because you know the ending of Split was just like blew my mind, and I was waiting for this to come out, and I was really pleased. Now, hopefully, they'll let us down. Hopefully, he does not let us down with a shitty movie.
Did you hear it?
Hold that breath.
Hopefully, they'll let us down.
Yeah, that's what I heard at first.
Sorry, hopefully they won't let us down with a shitty ass movie.
Hold your breath.
It's 50-50, man. With M. Night, it's 50-50.
That's true.
He's got a cast. I mean, you got Samuel, you got Bruce, you got James. He's got a cast to really make a good, strong movie, and he's coming off of a strong movie with Split. So, in my opinion, a strong movie.
Even the movie before that, what was it? The Visit or whatnot? Didn't you say that was a decent movie?
It was.
What movie is this?
The Visit.
I've never seen that.
The one with the little kids that go visit their grandparents and
And then they're not really their grandparents.
Spoiler alert.
Was that good?
Spoiler alert. That was.
It's been
I
like
really
3 years. There's no spoiler alert
I'm
after
just saying he hasn't
Not
seen it,
for
so
me.
now it's like the plot is destroyed.
I kind
You'll
of got
still
the
watch
plot.
it.
I kind of got the plot and trailer, but I mean, now that you say, I
mean,
remember the trailer.
The way I see it, M. Night and Bruce Willis together haven't necessarily let me down. So
No, M. Night and Mel Gibson let me down because Signs was terrible.
Oh.
I'm one of the few people who didn't really mind Signs. I was just like, oh,
Swing
okay.
for the fences, really? What?
I'm be honest, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Signs?
No.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, so.
Yeah, I didn't really find any issue with it. He was a pastor that lost his faith when his wife died, and he thought that when his wife was dying that she was just like talking a whole bunch of babble and shit, but it literally was shit that like years later that came into play.
Yeah, I mean,
she was prophesizing.
Yeah, that's what I heard about the movie.
Which it just so many things were happening in the movie just didn't make any sense. Like, why was she prophesizing the alien invasion?
Oh,
So
they
why
didn't
she leave
explain
clear
that?
instructions?
No, they
She was
never explained
She
it.
was about to die. Maybe God decided, you know what? I'm going to give y'all a warning. Here you go.
So
Also,
we're going to
like,
put God and
clear
aliens
directions.
in the same movie?
But-
That's
I'm
a
just
deep
saying,
movie.
But
he
see,
was
now-
a pastor who lost his faith, and it just so happens
all the
that
more
everything
reason
that
to
made
leave
lose
him
his faith was
clear
actually
instructions and write this down and say, look,
She was
God
dying.
is telling me that this is sending me these thoughts. I believe.
It's never that
Please,
easy.
please.
It's never that easy.
It
And I
could even
just
make it
got
so
what
much
you
better.
said, Sirius, when you're saying that, so we're doing God and aliens in the same movie. Yes, we did. Yes, they did.
That's
they
a
threw them
lot.
back to back. There you go.
Because I mean, in every, I'm not gonna say everything God related, but in a lot of stuff that I've seen and or heard or read or whatever, when I do read, it's like, yeah,
Never.
God will talk to you, but He'll never tell you, hey, this is God. So you got to kind of like figure it out throughout the instructions. You know what I mean? So it's still kind of like that. There's
a cult that combines both of them.
That mystery behind it, like, where's his voice coming from? Is this God or is this Satan tempting me? Like, there's always that thing.
There's a cult called Rayism, and they combine aliens and God, in that aliens are the original God. It's very weird and very confusing, and I think they killed a bunch of people, so, like, don't
Good
come
times.
with that. They were French. It was weird.
They were French.
I'm just thinking of the Little Dicky song Pillow Talk right now.
That's the only thing that
Yes,
could
I believe
encompass
in a
all
God.
those things and make it make sense to me. Pillow talk. You seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen the video.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It does, right?
It does make sense.
Anyway, no, back on topic. So you said you were looking forward to the Glass movie after the trailer?
I'm looking forward to this movie. I want to see what they're gonna do. I want to see what Samuel, Bruce, and James do in one movie together. See how they can actually pull together a really good movie. I think it's gonna be really good.
Now from the trailer, okay, in Split, it seemed as though that James McAvoy's character is coming off from being a villain, or he is the villain.
He's now the villain.
He's the villain
of the movie.
In a trailer, they're all in this insane asylum, I'm assuming, like in this hospital.
I'm guessing that's at the very end or the beginning, because there's something about how people are now thinking they are actual superheroes. So therefore, either they're at the beginning of the movie, they're in an insane asylum, or somewhere at the end.
So I think what happens is Bruce Willis probably tracks down the Beast. They get into a fight. At some point, they get captured by the cops, and after hearing the different rhetoric that they're each saying, they're like, you know what? These motherfuckers need to be locked up for eval.
Okay.
I mean, because you got to think about it. You'll have the Beast talking about, y'all can't hurt me, y'all can't kill me, and then, you know, Kevin might be switching to different personalities while that's going on. And then Bruce Willis is over here like, no, I'm the only one who can stop him because I'm super strong, and I'm indestructible. I survived a train crash.
And I've got this power that when I touch people, I can see.
Yeah, when I touch people, I can see
sound
their
like
evil.
you need a 5150.
See, there you go, right there.
Would be
So
my first
my logic
response.
can make sense.
I mean, it makes for a really good, like, superhero telling.
That's what I think is a good origin story. So
Yeah.
the fact that these movies turn into origin stories is a pretty cool concept. I mean, and because they're more reality based, you're like everyday man type of superhero.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or evil villain for Samuel L. Jackson. Then now he has to have the nice coiffed hair.
Who's
You can tell the opposite of the hero. I love that line.
so his power is just being really smart, right?
Yes, he has like genius level IQ.
Okay.
It's like a Lex Luthor.
I'm about to say I wouldn't even necessarily say it was like his power power, but yeah, like he's
Like
really
Lex
smart.
Like Lex Luthor has no power. He's just extremely smart.
And
rich.
The
Yeah,
rich helps
yeah,
with
let's
that.
look-
Rich is the power within
Rich.
itself. I mean,
Yeah,
really.
Samuel L. Jackson's whole thing was
And is
I
he
was
white?
always so frail that I had to be smart about how I went about life, so it just made him super smart.
Hence Mr. Glass.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely
He
looking
is,
forward to this.
Lesser, he's a broker, Lex Luthor with hair.
There you go. There you go.
Well, I mean, and Lex Luthor's bones don't shatter whenever he takes a step.
Yeah.
Now, is Lex Luthor white or black in the comic books? I can't remember.
In the comics?
I think some portray him as black.
I remember
some portray him as
Superman, the
white.
animated series, he looked
Are you
black.
talking about the
It's-
original
he
Lex
sounded- he
Luthor, or
sounded
are we
black.
doing the current Lex Luthor?
Which one are you
Like
talking
Like
about?
the, like the current Lex Luthor, he's kind of what's the word?
Mixed?
Yeah,
Ambiguous?
ambiguous. Where it's just
You
like,
sure? Because he looked real white.
nah, it was one animated movie where I saw Lex Luthor. I was like, I can't tell if you're white
Yeah,
or
because
black. You have like that perfect
the shade.
tan.
Yeah, the
perfect tan.
good shade
to
to
where it's
him.
just like,
Megan, what shade are we doing? What are we doing? No, not like a very light melanin. There we go.
a light melanin. But yeah, I'm excited for Glass. Like I said, I know some people here aren't, but I personally I'm not.
You mean like here in this studio right now?
Yes.
Well, Adam, don't be scared.
Like you can add them as well while you're staring off into the one person that's not on camera. But no, because I'm not forgiving all that M. Night Shyamalan has put us through. All I'm saying is, it's kind of crazy to think like 17 years later you're going back to a movie, and it turns out you basically made a superhero franchise that no one actually asked for, but might be something that everyone might like.
And one that
a lot of people might like.
One that we were generally surprised by, because he went back so far, and he pulled like that ending in Split. He pulled that
out of his ass.
He
really did.
And it was.
I was not expecting that at all because
there was nothing about that shit that would let you.
And let me tell you now, the ending of Split made that movie. Because up until then, I was like, okay, this is. Then I was like, oh. Holy shit!
Because you started to see his vision of what he was doing.
Yeah. You started to see that.
So it was like, okay, it was a pretty good movie. And then you see that ending, you're like, oh my God, is he doing what I think he's doing? Like, you know, and that was a wow factor.
Real life origin stories of real life everyday superheroes, which is pretty cool. So I think it's a really cool concept, and the fact that we have all these.
It was like this hole burning in the side of my head.
It's like the look on her face. I just want to hear what she has to say right now.
Please do.
The look on her face.
I felt it.
You felt it too?
I felt it.
The whole side of my face is burning right now.
God.
I mean, like I said the other day, I was watching Avatar, the best cartoon around in like the last 20 years the other day, and all I could think of was how fucked up M. Night Shyamalan's version was, and how I will never forgive him for taking what was a perfect template and fucking it up. Additionally,
I mean,
look,
DC does it all the time.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't really pay attention to
no,
but there's a difference. There was a difference. Avatar had like everything. They literally gave you everything that you could have wanted.
Yeah.
It had representation. It had across genders and races and all of this greatness. You fucked that up. What the fuck she got blue eyes for? Is she white? Why is she white? Why did you do this? And why is the brown man the only dark brown man the villain? I got some issues and questions for you because you about his same shade and we need to have a conversation. Additionally, Split was some crazy bullshit. I'm not even going to talk about the mental illness representation that would happen there and how it crossed some lines. But I'm not trusting M. Night Shyamalan to put me out if I'm on fire. I'm definitely not trusting him to give me a good movie. The cast might make the movie, and here's hoping that the cast, who are all amazing actors, bring it. But even still,
are we going to call Bruce Willis an amazing actor? I don't know if I'm ready to call him.
He's had a good enough career to qualify as being okay.
He's been an amazing
he's
action
solid.
star.
Let's say he's solid.
But like,
he's solid. We'll put it there. But not even a good cast can save a shitty script. We've all probably seen lots of movies where you're like, this cast is amazing, but what the fuck is the story?
Well, what I've learned from M. Night Shyamalan watching his movies is that...
Also, did you all not watch the one with the fucking mermaid in the pool? That was some weird ass shit, and I don't understand what was going on.
It was weird, but I wasn't really bothered with that movie. Lady in the Water?
With bigger
budgets,
the
Lady in the Water.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't bothered with that movie.
I never saw it. I didn't want to see it after.
It was so weird.
What I noticed from M. Night, though, is the bigger the budget, the more he fucks up. His better movies are the ones that
So you're
are
hoping
smaller.
that because this is a smaller budget, he'll do well?
Yeah, I like Split. I like Split.
I
like Split a lot. And
I like
Unbreakable. And it was a Blumhouse production. And the thing with Blumhouse is, like, they don't spend a lot of money on their movies.
They make more with less. And they do really.
You're also putting a lot of faith in the production company, though, to curb his creative.
Well, I'm
sensibilities.
I'm going to side with you because Avatar was some bullshit.
Forever mad.
The only bad part about Avatar is that
whoa,
wait a
minute. The only bad part.
Can I get this out? The only bad part I think about Avatar, they whitewashed it. That was the only bad part. If they didn't whitewash it, you have a really good movie.
Did you watch the cartoon?
I watched the cartoon. If they didn't whitewash it, it would have been a very good movie.
What I'm trying to say
and you were
is,
pleased with the effects, the special effects of that movie?
Yeah, with the water thing.
Oh my God! Did you see the rock bending? Dude, they danced like 3 steps and like these 3 pebbles flew up on screen and flew across.
Yes.
I don't think so. I didn't watch the movie.
I
refused to see the movie
because I was really looking. You have to understand how excited I was for a minute. I loved Dev Patel. I was super excited, and then I was like, how come he is the only brown person and he is the villain? I have some questions. He had some questions. I saw his round table with Anthony Garfield, or Andrew Garfield, excuse me. He had some fucking questions where he was like, I did some movies and I was clearly painted as the villain because of my skin color, and I'm not happy with that. And I'm like, and it's a person who looks like you who did this to you. Like, we have to have some conversations here, M. Night. You fucked up a perfectly good thing.
To him and like, you talked to him when the script being made.
Here's a question. How much creative control did he actually have? Because, like I said, you have all, like, the better movies that he's doing are
I'll also put it like this.
Movies.
I also don't think he was the right person to be doing the movie. In the grand scheme of things, when I look at, other movies that have been made in other fantastical universes, I personally don't feel like M. Night was the one who should have been handling the Avatar Airbender universe.
I don't.
I think
they
thought they were doing something revolutionary because he is, whether he identifies or not, he is kind of a brown director, and they thought, we're doing something like representation wise.
He said that he jumped at that opportunity because Avatar is his favorite. He's one of the biggest fans of Avatar.
The creators will beg to differ. The cartoon creators will beg to differ that you really paid some love.
Of big budget movie studios, and this was a big budget movie. They
they do have a lot to say.
He definitely could have like, y'all are fucking up what I really want to do and walk away. But I do feel some of the shit was put on him by the studio, and he was just like, I guess I just gotta roll with it. That might have been the reason why he fell back, and he's like, you know what, fuck it. If it's not my story anymore, I'm not going to do it.
That really messed him up, though. That movie kind of really changed.
Because so many people were so excited for it. It was such an opportunity.
They were like, Helmy M was like the next Spielberg and all this other stuff.
Right, and we were all above the age of appropriate, quotation marks around appropriate age of watching cartoons, but Avatar spoke to so many people across so many lines that you were like, this is the best. Like, you'd see a kid watching and be like, I'm gonna sit here right with you, like your cousin. I'm gonna sit here with my cousin. We gonna watch Avatar. This is the best shit I've ever seen. Do you like this? I like this. Let's talk about this. And you have like real conversations. So there was a lot of weight, and I get that maybe the weight of the movie was too much for him. Motherfucker, walk the fuck away. And then you won't have to carry it along with you for the rest of your life, because there's a whole bunch of people who are never going to forget that he's the one who fucked up the Avatar The Last Airbender movie.
That's a real bad black spot.
Right. It's a mark.
It really is. It really is.
And it's unfortunate. I don't love any of his movies, really. The Sixth Sense was real weird to me.
I love Sixth Sense.
I got it. But
I like Sixth Sense.
I liked it enough, but also I don't...
Unbreakable, Devil, and
Devil was the one that people don't really talk about. Devil was real solid movie.
But that goes back to his point, is the fact that every single time he has a low budget, he does better with a low budget than he does with a big budget.
Because Devil took place
in an elevator.
The whole movie.
That. No, fuck that. That scares shit out of me.
Maybe it is the bigger budget, the less freedom he had, and he was fucking up, and he should have, backed off. But it seems like when he has smaller budgets, he might be able to do a little
right. And I get that. It just now makes it hard for you to trust that that's going to come out and be something you're actually going to want to give your time and money to. When movie tickets are at an all-time high nowadays of, I think it's like they said $9.83 per person, not counting the food and drink and everything else.
Go to AMC before 12 o'clock. Get your tickets for $6.
I mean, but still, all-time high. $6 is still an all-time high. You know what? I can get a meal for $6.
Y'all remember the dollar theater back in the day?
Yes.
Where do you get my mother would $6 nowadays.
What? Wendy's $4 meal, 4 for $4. Please don't ever tell anybody.
You remember the dollar theater?
My mother used to take us to the dollar theater on the weekend.
Dollar theater. You go to the dollar theater.
Sundays. You'd always go on Sunday too.
I used to go to the drive-in in Baltimore. $8 got you like 3 movies.
It still does actually. I checked the prices the other day.
Yeah.
Still does.
I mean, but
now you go to movies. That's a real date.
Disney's charging them a lot more.
I know.
You go to the movies now. That's a real date. That's like a $60 date going to the movies.
Right. That's like an official.
That's an official date.
It's not like, and it's not. You don't take. You don't do.
Like, oh my god, I'm hungry. Can we get snacks? You didn't eat before you got here.
Exactly. You better bring it back.
Or like when I was little, we did like birthday parties. Like we'd all go to the movies. You'd go to the movies for your birthday and take like 3 friends. That doesn't happen nowadays.
No, what?
We watching a movie on this couch.
Even when the movies was cheaper, my grandmother still took us to the dollar store for snacks.
Right. But you still could do it. But at least you had the opportunity to do it because the cost wasn't going to be like, damn, I done spent $200 at the movie theater for 3 kids and myself. What the hell did I just do?
Taking 3 kids to the movies along with 2 adults is about $70.
Right, and that's just for the movie. And that's not including if they get extra food.
That's just for the tickets.
That's just tickets.
That's insane.
That's no special
ticket.
ticket.
Go before noon to make sure everyone has a big ass breakfast.
But I'm saying that's not like saying let's go see a 3D movie. Imagine if you take a kid to go see like IMAX or 3D.
Oh yeah, IMAX.
You broke.
IMAX.
That's your rent.
Ticket is $15, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, going to movies is a real date right now.
I don't know. I have the little AMC
I spent $70. I spent $70 to go see Star Wars in IMAX at the Smithsonian.
I am like I be scheduling to go see movies and forget that I scheduled it and just waste the tickets. I was supposed to go see Incredibles 2 last week at like 10 o'clock at night.
Waste time.
I put the kid to sleep. It's like 10:30. I'm watching Killjoys on Vudu. I look down at my phone. It's like, oh, reminder, your movie started. I was like, oh shit. Well, I ain't driving. Fuck it.
Oh.
But
I'm not. I don't want to give you my money unless I know you're gonna deliver. Or unless I have the hope that you're gonna deliver. I don't want to give you my $10 plus whatever I pay for popcorn.
I'm sorry. I pirate movies. I don't care. I said it. Well, whatever.
Split delivered for me. Yeah. Unbreakable delivered for me.
Yeah.
Because I remember how I stole that movie from my aunt. So I was just like, yo, this movie's so dope. I have to own this, and so I own it.
She's at home right now. It was him.
They stole my movie.
Right.
He stole my movie, sucker.
I probably got away with it. I love my aunt to death, but at one point she was just always buying movies to the point where it got down to where she had multiple copies of the same movie and didn't know it.
He probably got away with it until he confessed.
Exactly. Until like, oh,
live on the internet.
Live on the internet.
Never forget.
He
It lives
steals
forever.
from his aunt. Okay.
Oh, we know it. We know internet lives forever. But speaking of living forever, you know what's not living forever? The goddamn Skywalkers in the Star Wars movie universe.
Hey. Let's not go there. It's real upsetting to me.
Really?
What's about time?
I mean, no, I know that they're no that part. Expanding the storyline, I'm fine with, but the fact that actual Skywalkers, that Carrie Fisher is actually dead.
I mean, technically, every Skywalker is
dead right now.
Other than
I know, but it's really just still sad because I really did. Princess Leia was like awesome.
It's called Solo. Shit, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's a Solo, so yeah, every Skywalker
Kylo Ren is
actually dead.
He's a Solo, but he's a Skywalker legacy child, and he uses that to throw some weight around. So we're gonna move on, but yeah, it's just really sad that Carrie Fisher is dead, and that her scenes in this next movie are all going to be basically unused footage from the last movie, and I'm just like, ugh. Plus, and her daughter's still in it, her real daughter, so it's even stranger because Billie Lourd does look like her mom a lot, and you look at her and you go, for a minute, you're like, oh, and she's got the little buns. It's very upsetting. It's very sad. It's just a loss of something you grew up with, where you're like, this is truly a real ending. The ending of an era.
Right.
But that's showing your age. You're like, man, I'm getting older. Because all the stars are broken.
You ask the girls at my job, I'm not that old. It's great. I love them. They're so sweet.
I was laughing at the way he said it. Like, all the heroes might are dead.
I mean, they are. I mean, everybody's getting older. Look at Wesley Snipes. Oh, at least Wesley Snipes looked like.
When was the last time you saw Wesley Snipes?
Wesley is dressing old.
I just saw.
That's Uncle Wesley now.
He dressed like an old man in Florida.
I saw him in a trailer for something, and I can't think of it. I'm so mad. I have to look.
Because I just watched. Because I'm bringing up Wesley Snipes. I just watched Sugar Hill the other day. Great movie. Sad as hell. That's a sad ass movie. You got. If you get a chance,
I still gotta rewatch it.
You gotta rewatch it. It's a good movie, but it's sad. It's so sad.
Because played opposite. That was my man Eddie Kane Jr. Right?
Yeah.
From the 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah. And I don't know why the guy in every movie looks like a crackhead.
I wish.
I guess that's his niche. I look like a crackhead in every role.
Some people get typecast, unfortunately.
I mean, he got typecast as a crackhead.
Is this it? Wesley Snipes will be in a biographical dramedy called Dolomite Is My Name.
He has been. I follow him on Instagram. He has been filming.
That's who you follow on Instagram?
I follow Wesley Snipes on Instagram.
Hey, that's the most random shit I've ever heard. This
ain't a bad cast though. Eddie Murphy, Wesley Snipes, Mike Epps, Craig Robinson, T.I., Keegan Michael Key, and Chris Rock.
That's a funny ass.
Yeah, that's a funny ass cast right there.
It did say dramedy in there.
I love Craig Robinson.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
I feel like Craig Robinson is one of those people where, like, in person he's really funny, but he just can't hold a show or a movie by himself.
No, you can't.
He has to like be like a background piece, but he's funny when he.
His one-liners are good. His one line is good.
Well, he was hilarious on The Office.
Like
I love him.
He was hilarious on the end. Was it whatever
like
End of Days?
Yeah, like the fact of the matter is, I love him in his little Dodge Dart commercials with the dude from New Girl. What's his name? Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Where he's just like in his garage. I know you mad, Jake, but you gotta get your own.
Do they even do those anymore?
No.
I was gonna say I see a Dodge Dart all the damn time.
Oh no, they stopped making those already.
But
no,
that was just a throwback.
Dodge Dart only lasted for like
2 years,
2-3 years.
He was funny in the Hot Tub Time Machine,
which is an actual
ensemble cast.
Great stoner movie.
He was funny in Pineapple Express.
Great stoner movie.
He was funny in Hot Tub Time Machine too. But there's
he was kind of funny in Hot Tub because he was making up his own. He was just changing the words to famous songs.
Yeah.
He was, what was it? Making my way downtown.
But you know, it was a sketch comedy show on HBO years back called Sketchbook.
Mm-hmm.
He did a skit on there with another guy. It was funny. I need to find it. It was funny as shit.
God damn it.
That's when he's on the piano. He was on the piano.
As much as I talk about rabbit holes, I started shit. How the fuck this? How we go from Star Wars
always
to Wesley
do
Snipes?
this because we you know what was we're a wealth of knowledge, and nobody cares about it.
Who even brought up Wesley Snipes?
That was me.
Yeah,
was it you?
That was me.
Why do you want Wesley Snipes in the next Star Wars movie?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, where did Wesley Snipes come from?
I don't know where
How
Wesley
did we
Snipes.
get to Wesley?
Shouldn't you have topics that we needed to focus on that were not Wesley Snipes?
Yes, that's why I'm trying to go back to Star
I
Wars.
don't know how we got there.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to see. Will Wesley Snipes work in the next Star?
No.
Star Wars? We need more black people in the galaxy.
We do. The next one of the new cast members is and pray for her. Starting the prayer circle now, man. Black and female in the Star Wars franchise. We all know how that's gonna end up.
She's gonna die off.
She's not gonna have any social media. She can't.
Oh yeah, they're gonna murder her.
They're gonna be horrible. And
they're mean to that little.
And this is an early
Asian
warning now. Like, grow the fuck up. Get some balls. Grow the fuck up. Acknowledge that people can be. Black people can be in space. It's okay.
Oh,
it's not going to ruin your franchise.
You didn't hear last week when I told all of them they can suck a dick?
Although I did see the whole Rose cosplayers who sent her like Kelly Marie Tran love at Comic-Con. Mm. Real cute, real sweet. But yeah, people are already
mean.
I just don't understand. Like, attack the. No,
I don't understand.
Attack anyone.
Attack other stuff.
No, I'm gonna say
yes. No, really, attack other stuff.
I'm gonna say don't
attack the stuff that matters.
Anyone, but at the same time, go after the script. Don't go after the person.
No, go after.
She's an actress. Her character was written to do.
Use that time and energy on a playing field that actually fucking matters, like our political landscape, helping out the people in your neighborhood, helping out yourself to get a job and get out of your house, your mama's basement, something. Do not use it to attack some random girl.
So that was like
Study engineering so you can build your own fucking spaceship.
Shots fired.
No, because like it's
use your energy to become a more productive member of society.
Yes, because picking on some random actress who, like you said, just took a job. This is just her role. For literally doing her job is like you go into McDonald's and picking on that McDonald's worker every day because this is how your Big Mac is made, because it's made with that special sauce and you don't think special sauce is a thing that should exist.
Wait,
like what the fuck?
That's a McDonald's you go to every day?
I mean, yeah.
If I go to it every day, I mean,
there are people.
Yeah.
I worked at McDonald's in high school. There were people who came in every day for lunch.
Okay, I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, I used to be predictable until I decided I can't fuck around. I had to lose some weight. But
when you say McDonald's slapping, or you about to say what I think you about to say?
That chick, that manager that fucked that girl up.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, God. Did you
hold up. But respects to her, she ain't fall though. She got tossed around.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what, girl took a hit because she was fighting Godzilla. Okay, that was a big girl, and I mean, she was a girl who was like at least 6 foot. And a little girl was like 5'1".
You throw a milkshake in a goddamn tray at me, I'm throwing you around too.
Oh no, yeah. And I can tell you the number of people who because I worked food service in high school for a long time. The number of people who think they can throw their food that they've already put their gross hands and mouths on at you is astronomical.
Oh, no, I'm not saying she deserves an ass whip. She deserves an ass whip.
Right, it's literally the fear of the cops coming and shooting my black ass dead that would have kept me.
She didn't miss a single punch either. She was like,
I mean, she tossed her up.
Bam, bam.
No, she had her on the counter and was doing the hammer.
Okay, wait, no, don't do all that. But like,
and then she took her by her hair and she tossed her into a booth.
I would have tossed that shit right back at her and been like,
the funniest part of the whole video, there was a guy behind the whole thing, and he was like trying to like hold her back. Like, what are you gonna do? Girl's like 6'3", you about 5'1". Sit down, dude.
No, yeah, he was trying to
Hold
hold
her
her back, but he couldn't. He was like, "Come on, babe, not like this."
Yeah, beat the brakes off of it.
He did
but
nothing.
Look,
no, there was a manager that was trying to break it up, and she was separating the girl that was getting whooped.
Ass too.
Because she wilded out and hit her.
Yeah,
so I was like, okay, ain't no helping you.
Yeah, but
so
you
in other words, people,
kick.
the blurred perspective, be nice to your fast food.
Seriously, they're making your food and be nice. It takes nothing to have some human decency.
The constant video of people getting the shit beat out of them at fast food restaurants
Isn't
ain't enough to do it. Watch Waiting.
Oh man.
Oh my God, yes.
Like,
yeah.
That movie, right? Waiting will make you be nice to any server. Your shit come out cold. You know what? Thank you for bringing me my food. I really appreciate it. It's just a tad bit colder than I would like. If you don't mind, and this is if you don't mind, you could just throw it in the microwave for like 30 seconds.
Dead ass. That movie's like 100% right.
Like, I apologize.
wait. I won't say it's right.
No, I worked because that movie's based on Bennigan's. I worked at Bennigan's. It's dead on.
R.I.P. Bennigan's.
It's dead on.
But to say that it's right, it kind of gives off like you approve of all their tactics in that movie.
I do.
The Bennigan, the only
people
Bennigan I know in Virginia isn't going to like this.
Do not fuck with people who fuck with your food. Sorry. That's the rule.
And if you are at a table for partying people and someone is fucking with the person fucking with your food,
stop.
You better get up and be nice to that person as soon as possible.
Literally, because it's like if you were at your job, whatever it may be, and somebody came to your job and sat there and nitpicked the entire thing all goddamn day, the first thing you'd want to do is get that keyboard and smash their teeth in. Yeah. So the fact that your servers don't do that to you every single time you're an asshole to them, they deserve they deserve a fucking living wage, and they deserve an award.
The fact that she said that made me think of Wanted when James.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
The keyboard and the words "fuck you" just went
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Is James McAvoy smacking the shit out of him? Like
that's rule one in life. Don't fuck with people to fuck with your food. I'm sorry. That's
and in general, customer service is a
don't fuck with
rabbit hole like shit. But customer service is a really, having done it, it's a really hard job because you do have to maintain this veneer of.
It is, and that's why I never.
Right, you maintain this veneer of you're right, or I'm gonna agree with you, even when what you're saying sounds like absolute bullshit to me.
Even when you're a drunken asshole.
Yep.
I want a slice of pizza for no reason at all.
Yep. From a place that doesn't serve pizza. You want pizza from McDonald's? Explain to me how we're doing this.
We're trying to negotiate that shit. Come on, dog. I got some in the back, baby. Come make me something, man.
This is not SpongeBob. This is not the Krabby Patty made out of pizza. Like, be polite. It takes nothing from you, and trust me, in the long run, it benefits you because that means they ain't spitting in your shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, don't spit in my shit, please.
Like, you don't have to find out the secret ingredient behind the special sauce.
Yeah, and that's the part that I was saying.
You'll get a whole bag of
like,
ketchup given to you instead of your French
right,
fries.
Because they did a lot of foul shit in that movie.
Oh, we'll talk about foul. There's a woman on YouTube who took
a
shit
in the Tim Hortons.
Yep.
Took a hot dog, shoved it up her shit, and put on a bun and gave it to a guy.
Yeah.
Oh
God!
You see that?
Oh man! You look that shit up.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
That is some gangster shit.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Eat that motherfucker.
Maybe in a reaction video we'll do that another day.
That's bro.
I don't want to see that.
I was like, that's disgusting.
I mean, that takes it to a different level.
That's a whole other level. That's a whole...
Putting extra salt on things and giving you a regular Coke instead of Diet Coke is different. Come on now.
Then put mustard on it.
Moral of the story. Be kind to the people that serve you food.
Yeah, be kind, rewind. That's what I'm saying.
And then I like that movie. And then we're going back. Leave Kelly Marie Tran alone, fuckers.
And leave the new black girl on Star Wars. And the other, I think another woman joined as well. So
look,
just
leave
nice.
people alone and let them act.
Right.
Criticize the acting, not the person.
Right. And I mean, there are caveats to that last statement of leave people alone and let them act. But if the reason you're criticizing them is because they're a black person in space or an Asian person in space, please find your Jesus.
We're coming, y'all.
Grow the fuck up.
We're coming.
We're so sorry that in galaxies,
far away,
far the fucking away, there happen to be more than 2 black people.
Two.
You think there's like a Wakanda planet somewhere?
A Wakanda planet?
Like type planet?
They probably got the cloaking like Wakanda has. Like, fuck it, y'all ain't finding us.
Just a whole invisible planet?
Yep.
It could be right.
That's not what I meant.
It could be right next to
I didn't mean a visible planet. I mean like a black planet. I didn't mean like an invisible planet.
I mean, isn't that a black hole?
What?
No, he's a black planet, black hole. So.
I'm like, what? Blackplanet.com? Oh, man. So yeah, like I will be sad to see the Skywalkers go. Going back to our original topic.
Yeah.
It's time. You need something else.
They got to expand the universe, man. They got to expand.
You got to expand it. We need.
Although I am curious how that will go with going along with those same quote unquote uber dedicated fans who are purist about this and that, you know, how are they going to deal with the expanding of the Star Wars universe when it's not revolving around the Skywalkers?
I was about to say, and the bad part is, it's already been expanded so much, and it was so many people who got so pissed off.
Yep.
That
they stopped certain things.
Yeah, that Lucasfilm decided certain stuff wasn't canon, and they're like, what about this character? What about that character? What about? And then turn around. Oh, so we're adding this in the movies. Why are you adding extra shit in the movies?
Because the
this
issue
isn't what I know.
That goes back to it being there's a very pick and choose mentality where it's pick what I deem acceptable. Me and my 7 friends deem acceptable only. Don't pick anything else. And it's, you know, it's that entitlement thing that fandoms have gotten a lot of lately, which, you know, sometimes it's not always a good thing. Sometimes you are not entitled to tell a creator how their work is supposed to look or go.
Because it's their creation.
Because it's their creation. You can definitely have ideas and build upon it. There are lots of authors who are cool with you building upon the idea that they inspired. Right.
And giving your take on what they did. But when you try to like really destroy that because you don't like the way a person looks, you assumed that person was white. You assumed that person was black. You
assume that Starfire, an orange alien, was going to be played by another orange human being. The only orange person on this fucking planet is Donald Trump, and I don't think that he could play Starfire.
That would be hilarious.
So
I think he could have pulled it off.
You think? You think he could have pulled off that that dress, that skirt that she wears with that tube top?
The purple wig would have been nice on him.
He definitely could have pulled it off.
And them thigh high boots. Those would work.
But
this is when I'll definitely shut up.
Sidebar though, can we like pull back that they? Spoiler alert, that the Teen Titans Go movie hinted that the Teen Titans cartoon might be coming back. The good Teen Titans cartoon, not the Teen Titans Go isn't cute, but
only me and you agree to that, because these guys don't like Teen Titans Go.
I think it's horrible.
It's cute in the I am really bored and there's nothing on TV, let me put this on kind of way. Exactly. But I'm not gonna, it's not the Teen Titans that they're hinting might be fucking coming back, which I'm like, give me my popcorn, I'm gonna sit on this couch.
Right.
Is it on Netflix so I can binge it 18 times?
Why'd you take them away in the first place?
Right. Oh, you don't know why they took them away in the first place?
No.
You've never seen the explanation? They gave an explanation. I saw this online somewhere.
Is it the same reason they took Young Justice? All I'm hearing is Cartoon Network keeps fucking up and taking shit away from me.
Yeah, actually
they've been
it
tripping
is.
ever since they started putting real people on Cartoon Network.
They were trying to do... So, you know, traditionally... My understanding is traditionally... Cartoon Network's belief was that superhero cartoons were a more male-dominated arena, and their merchandise also fell that way. Well, Teen Titans and Young Justice actually had a huge female-dominated fan base, and their
Artemis was the shit.
And their merchandise didn't fall that way, and it was causing some issues. So rather than trying to adjust their merchandising to be equal, they just took the shows away. They just canceled the shows.
It was all about goddamn toys.
This is a rumor, and I have seen on different places online, and I believe maybe one of the creators gave it, but I'm not confirming that. But like, really? You just couldn't give me some toys of Artemis? I couldn't get a Raven doll? The fuck?
But Young Justice, but speaking of that Young Justice trailer, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. I mean, this is what I'm saying. DC keeps doing this. DC keeps giving me these amazing cartoons, but the movies they keep shitting on.
Young Justice was so goddamn mature. I was fully invested in Artemis and Wally.
Right?
That shit broke my heart.
I felt it.
I believe you by the breakage of your voice there for a
second.
Young Justice was the greatest.
Felt it. But they keep doing this to me.
Couldn't keep up with all the other flashes, and he was getting hit, and eventually he just disappeared, and Artemis was like, "Where's Wally?" And my man was just like,
"But they give you." But I mean, I think start cussing that cartoon to make sense. Seriously, because it could.
DC streaming service, mature Young Justice, bring it.
I'm telling you, they keep
nothing but the Titans.
They keep giving this to me. They keep giving me these nice, beautiful, scripted, these great cartoons. When it comes to movies, it's like,
what the fuck just happened? What did I just watch?
Give it some time.
I'm hoping Aquaman.
I'm just saying because the Young Justice trailer, in my opinion, shitted all over the Titans trailer.
Time out. Give what some time?
Well,
give the DC movie universe some time.
They've had like 4 years.
They've had more than 4 years. They've had a little bit more time than I think to get their shit together.
Man of Steel was actually really good.
It was okay. It wasn't really good.
Really good. Okay.
I like how you both just got quiet on that, but like,
well, no,
they've had some time.
They messed up. For
with
me.
Justice League, that's it.
With Batman versus Superman. and they messed up.
They were
with
a
Justice
city
League.
away from each other, and Superman never knew of Batman.
I didn't see that light in the sky. What the fuck you talking about? I never saw his light in the sky. The sky is only looks this way on this side of the city.
I've never seen in the canon where the locations of Metropolis and
they're not near each other. There's
they ain't that close, dog.
No,
Right.
Gotham is based on New York City.
So Gotham, New York City, where's Metropolis based on?
Is it like Chicago?
Chicago, I
it's
think.
Chicago, yeah.
Because he's a farm boy from like Illinois or Kansas, so
Kansas.
Chicago.
Okay.
And it actually might even be Kansas City, which still, again though, like
I'm sorry,
Look,
I'm a
in Smallville,
huge
it
Batman.
took Clark like 3 hours to get from Smallville to Metropolis. It takes Superman and Batman versus Superman 2 seconds to get to fucking Gotham
like knock
City.
knock
Whoosh.
motherfucker, here I
Across the
am.
bridge.
He could throw a pebble and
What's happening?
he could throw a pebble and probably break the bat signal.
Be like, you've been in my neighborhood this whole time. Were we next door neighbors and I didn't know? Did you want some sugar?
I'm sorry.
And he's a reporter.
Who didn't know who Bruce Wayne was?
yeah, that's
As
Someone
fucked
had
up.
to tell him who Bruce Wayne
One
was.
of the richest men in the
As
world,
a
and I don't know
fan,
him.
I'm not mad at it. I'm sorry.
As a fan, I was
As a
I'm
fan, you
appalled
should be
at
even
it.
madder
I'm
because
not-
that's
Yeah.
just a fuck up right
Right.
there.
I'm not mad
That's a
at it.
plot hole that didn't need to be a plot hole.
Don't let Batman's action scenes like cloud what was
Batman
going
versus
on.
Superman literally was one of those movies where you walked out feeling so great, and then slowly but surely, as like
As you thought about it,
as the euphoria wore off and
It didn't
whatnot,
let the euphoria
you're like,
He was like,
you're like,
this was not a
oh,
good
we were
movie.
right by each other.
We
We were this. This makes no
You
sense.
can put holes in all these movies if you do that.
No,
But
but the
not as
holes
big
are
of a
so
hole you
yeah,
can
the
put in-
holes are
not
so
as big a hole.
Not
you
one
put
that I
in
had
it.
to swim in.
No.
like okay, so you know they killed Jimmy Olsen. You were on board for that? Oh, did you know that they killed Jimmy Olsen? Did you know that he was the CIA agent that they executed in the first 5 minutes of the movie?
Jimmy Olsen. I saw the movie.
Yeah, so you're just like fine with that?
So
Yeah.
They killed Superman's best friend.
Did they fully explain?
It's a new telling of the story, like they always do.
which is
So-
fine, but there are some plot holes that, in order to make a good story from a writer's perspective, in order to make a good story work, you have to have certain things that follow each other. Unless you're intentionally writing the story where I'm leaving these plot holes because the narrator's got confused and doesn't get it and doesn't
back
see
to what
it.
we were saying, but we cannot base what our expectations of the movie are based on what the director was doing. So I think what he was doing
was just being wrong and
appreciate
telling the story very wrong.
No, I appreciate what he was trying to accomplish.
However, you can't tell me
I
certain things.
appreciate what he tried to do, but I will acknowledge that he failed.
Right.
I'll also acknowledge this. If you're telling me the two characters live in the same city, and that their cities interact with each other in some way.
Why are we held up on that so much?
Hold on.
Because you could see the bat signal from Metropolis.
and
Why
they
are we held up
interact.
on that so
No,
much?
They interact with each other in
was
some
on
way,
top of
unless
a
they're in
building and you
two
could see
separate
the bat
dimensions.
signal.
They share the same sky. Motherfucker should have seen the bat signal. Additionally, you can't tell me that as a reporter, he didn't know who one of the richest men. Bruce Wayne is supposed to be one of the richest men in the world.
Okay, so there's
He
the
didn't
hole.
know who he
All right,
was.
all right, there's the hole.
And technically, because of how close those cities were, all that should have
There should have
like
been spillover
Gotham
of the
and
crime.
Metropolis should have still fell in Batman's jurisdiction.
I mean, additionally, the crime should have spilled
What?
over. You have to think
like
about
no,
that
like
too.
in other
Why
words,
would
he for how close they were, he should be patrolling Gotham and Metropolis at the same time.
See, I would argue more.
Like
You
that
would
should
think
be a part of his
I would
route.
think
Once-
Superman would patrol the whole thing.
I would think more. You would also just think that, hey, Killer Croc got kicked out of Gotham. I'm going right next door to Metropolis. Like, and
Even
you
if
see
Superman
him,
was
Raising
controlling the
hell.
whole thing. He should have eventually ran into Batman.
That's what I'm saying. They should have
or
met.
any of the Bat family. Like, hello.
Okay, that's the hole. Okay, we got it. We got the hole.
That is a giant hole.
Not a giant hole. It's a hole.
It's a giant hole.
We're not gonna rest
We'll
until we crush that
But I mean,
spirit of yours.
You'll never do that because I love Superman. I love Batman. I love DC. So you never crush
But
it.
is it because it's that iconic that
Yes,
that's okay?
the reason why.
So
Because to see that on the actual big screen, from reading comic books and seeing a cartoon, to see on a big screen the way they did that.
So did you see
I-
Catwoman?
with
Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, not Michelle Pfeiffer.
Well,
Halle
Halle
Berry.
Berry.
First of all, that was horrible.
I'm just curious because
That's still, but that was a horrible
you're
director.
uh-huh.
That was a horrible director. That was the way the whole concept. But Catwoman's not a huge standalone character as it is. She needs Batman. I can't do Catwoman without Batman.
that's not true.
I can't.
Because
you can't do
because
You could
Catwoman.
definitely.
But
Like,
Catwoman alone has her own story.
they made Harley Quinn huge
Yep.
without Joker.
Yep.
all you.
That's because
literally, all
Margot
you
Robbie.
have to
That's
do
why.
Just get
is
the right
just-
person to play Catwoman
Exactly.
and market the shit. They marketed the shit
Well,
out
Michelle
of Harley
Pfeiffer
Quinn.
was a good person to play
and has-
Catwoman.
yeah,
She
and-
just wrong time.
Yeah. And Hathaway did a good job.
So I'm gonna say Ant-Man has already proven that Catwoman can have her own movie. Why?
Because who the fuck knew about Ant-Man?
Just make it a heist film.
Doctor Strange has proven that. Because who the fuck knew about that besides hardcore fans?
But you need a good actor though.
Okay.
And good director.
And that's not hard to find nowadays.
And she doesn't even like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Really don't.
Wow.
So that's saying something.
That's saying a lot.
I will say that, but I'm sorry, but for me, DC is such an iconic. For me personally, it's such a huge thing for me that the fact that it was on the big screen, the way they did it.
I mean,
I looked past the holes. I saw the holes.
It's not just you. Like
that's so much forgiveness.
I'm a DC guy too.
I can say as
I've
a DC guy and as a big Batman fan. Oh yeah, Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Bane. Oh shit! Walking out the theater.
Wow,
what the hell was that?
See, there, you got to exception every rule. That one was
that the one with the nipple? The nipple.
Hey, that was hysterical.
Apparently that was in Batman Forever too.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
We can't just put it on Batman and Robin.
Okay.
But unfortunately, they had some good aspects.
Also, wasn't that the only appearance of Batgirl?
Yeah.
In the franchise?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
That is so disappointing. Even though it was Alicia Silverstone, who I loved back then. That is so disappointing.
Horrible.
That like that it's been like 30. It's almost 25 years, and we've never seen another one. Are you kidding me?
She was horrible. Who played Robin?
Well, we've rarely even seen another Robin, to be fair.
Who
but
played
like
Robin? Who played Robin?
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Stop that.
He was horrible.
I didn't have a problem with him.
I didn't
have a problem with him playing Robin.
He was horrible. But you know what?
Wait,
was it Robin was he looked too old?
Right, I was gonna say, was your issue his age? Was that he looked too old? Because they do a lot. But you know what? The '90s was really good. Because I mean, we all watched Dawson's Creek. Well, most of us watched Dawson's Creek.
Yes,
they all were like 34 years old playing 19-year-olds. So the '90s was good at casting adults as teenagers, and you going, I'm gonna forgive this. I'm gonna forgive this and think that she's really 16, even though she looks about 27. So that was a symptom of the 90s. That wasn't his fault.
But I think that
she threw Dawson's Creek in here. I don't know how.
That's amazing how she did that.
I'm really good. I'm really good at this.
But what I'm saying is the best character at the whole movie was Jim Carrey as the Riddler, which I wish they would bring.
Really good.
If they brought him back to Riddler, I wouldn't be mad.
I agree with that. But I think everybody undersells.
I kill you.
They undersell Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
He
thoroughly
was overacting in that. Overacting.
No, but as Two-Face, he overacted when he switched.
It was like when he wasn't going way overboard, he was still acting like the other half of Two-Face. Like at no point did he ever seem like the calm Harvey Dent.
He was never.
It seemed like it was either the bad side of Two-Face and the extreme version of the bad side of Two-Face.
Yeah.
There were times when he switched to Harvey. You could hear it. I know what he was trying to do. You can hear it in how he was talking. Like it was like a proper speech would come out, and then he would get crazy with the other side, and that's when you knew that he was. If they
redid it,
I feel like it was either maniacal or crazy, and I feel like both of those were the same side.
But here's the crazy thing: you can redo that movie and still cast the Riddler as Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, and who played Poison Ivy?
Uma Thurman.
You could cast all three of them again, and they would pull off the characters better with a better director. You could pull those three. I think that those three can pull off again.
That was the Val Kilmer one, right?
No,
Val Kilmer.
That was the one with Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
With Two-Face and Riddler was Val Kilmer, and then
Freeze and
Freeze, Ivy, and Bane was Batman. Batman
that one was thrown in the trash. That movie was terrible.
Just throw the whole movie away.
Yeah, that one was so bad.
That was the best one.
Even Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't take him so serious in that jank.
Was he supposed to?
It's coming.
Was he supposed to?
He looked like he was having a blast.
Yeah, the best time.
I want to feel Batman's heart in my hand as it freezes.
That's the only thing. He was like, I'm having a good time.
This is gonna suck.
They're all getting paid.
Look, everybody else was like, I hate that movie. I love that movie.
That was one of my favorite roles.
That was the best thing I've ever done.
Fun time.
Oh man.
Then we made him governor of California.
Man. So, once again, never on topic.
Are we not? We're talking about DC.
No, you're still talking about DC.
Yeah.
And we're talking, and you can also pull it back to you're talking about reboots where they're rebooting Charlie's Angels.
Oh yes.
So
I don't know how I feel about that because I'm not a big Kristen Stewart fan, so she hasn't done anything since Twilight to win me over.
I didn't even like her in Twilight. I liked her better in Panic
Room. Well, no, I'm saying like that wasn't a good
and
movie.
Speak.
And to me,
Which
the
doesn't
best
count
Kristen
because she
Stewart
didn't
movie.
speak half of the
To
movie.
me, the best Kristen Stewart movie will always be Catch That Kid.
She was too emo in Twilight, I think.
That shit was a heist film. Kids.
You read Twilight?
I read it and I've seen the movies, all of them.
She was right on about what I thought Bella was gonna be, which was just blank as can be.
World, for the people who don't know, there's a Charlie's Angel reboot. It's going to be directed by Elizabeth Banks
with Naomi Scott, Kristen Stewart, and relative newcomer
Ella Balinski.
I can't pronounce her last name.
It should be funny then.
It's gonna be cute. I like Naomi Scott. I've seen her in a few different things.
Kimberly from Power Rangers. She's going to be playing Jasmine in the live adaptation of Aladdin. We already know Kristen Stewart because we just complained about her a little bit.
I'm not complaining. She just isn't my fave.
Elizabeth Banks, I do like Elizabeth Banks.
She's pretty funny.
She's fun.
And she's proven she's got a successful track record because she did Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and 3. So
I'm just giving her the first.
You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her the first.
I mean, I'm gonna give her the franchise because it adds to her level of. Well, I've got staying power.
I'll say she has the trilogy, but. After the first
also,
one.
she was Effie in the Hunger Games, she was really well cast, and it was really amazing.
She has range. She definitely has range. She definitely has range.
Yeah, I love her in comedies. I liked her in Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Oh my God, she's hilarious. Yeah.
I liked her in Role Models.
Oh my God.
But I don't know the
hilarious.
Newest cast member. I don't know if she's been in anything else.
Yeah, I couldn't really find anything for.
So that'll be interesting to see.
I'm like I said, I'm going in there optimistic because, to be honest, Naomi Scott won me over in Power Rangers.
I'd seen her before in something, so I liked her before.
Yeah,
then.
I wasn't really sure. I was like, she looks pretty, but I don't know if she can act. I was like, you know what? At the end of the movie, I was like, I can totally see why. Jason
also, I like her music, so that's a whole different. She can sing, so I like that too.
So she'll probably be singing in Aladdin.
She's singing her voice.
Aladdin's a musical.
But I feel like Charlie's Angels is one of those few franchises too that you can actually reboot again and again.
Yeah,
and it's not right. Just a whole new crop of girls. Yeah. It's one of those things where you're not really stuck with only the original cast can be like only Drew Barrymore can be this character.
It can be an anthology.
Yep.
You think they'll make cameos?
I mean, they might. I don't know. Cameron Diaz has retired supposedly.
Drew and Lucy probably would. I don't know about Cameron.
Lucy Liu wouldn't. It would be awesome.
Cameron is chilling with Benji.
I'm not mad.
The next Charlie's Angels.
She's not even chilling with Benji no more.
The next Charlie's Angels should be.
Yep.
Good Charlie just dropped a new song.
I know, and they're coming here for something. I saw that the other day.
I mean, they're from here, so.
I know, but you know what I mean. They're coming on tour for something recent.
The next Charlie's Angels should be Beyonce, Gabrielle Union, and somebody else.
Look, okay, we were trying. People really pushed for it to be Lupita Nyong'o because they wanted better representation for the new Charlie's Angels.
Hey, just pick three of the Lori Majaj from Black Panther.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels, I'm for it.
The fact that
have to be big ones.
Lucy Liu of herself being a Charlie's Angel in the early 2000s was considered groundbreaking because she's Asian. Now you've got Naomi Scott, who is British but also Indian, I believe. You've got whatever. I think the one girl is some sort of African American or biracial. So you're doing, and I guess you could even argue with Kristen Stewart and her sexual identity. So do
you think she's gonna be gay in the
movie? You know what? It wouldn't surprise me actually.
That'd be a nice twist.
Given,
she's definitely mixed.
So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. So the representation is coming.
You guys can see, this is who we're talking about. Wait.
I don't know if you're ever gonna get in all one race Charlie's Angels, but
I don't want all one race Charlie's Angels. Like mix it.
I think so.
I actually think the diversity would be good.
Yeah, I like the diversity that they have now. I think it's exciting. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, it also gives you a lot more to do story wise. So
think about it. Charlie's Angels could turn into actually.
Who's gonna be Charlie?
Elizabeth Banks.
Is she?
She's Bosley.
She's Bosley. Okay, yeah.
I mean, Charlie, you just find a random voice.
I mean, no. Well, no.
Jones.
No, who's the other one? Who's the other one who does the
Just get Terrence Stamp. I like Terrence Stamp. He does good voiceovers.
Terrence Stamp.
Refresh my memory.
Reference.
He did y'all don't know Terrence Stamp?
Obviously not.
Do you know you about to go to your phone? Just give us something.
What do you got? I don't know. I can say he played the Doctor in Rob Zombie's reboot of Halloween.
Nope.
He did the voice of Jor-El on Smallville.
Nope.
He was the boss in My Boss's Daughter.
Okay.
Nope.
I guess it is time to go to the phone.
He's one of those people where once I show you his face, you'll be like, oh, him.
Yeah, that's the face.
Okay.
That's the face I had in mind too.
Yeah, Terrence Stamp.
Old balding white guy, got you.
But he has a good narration.
No,
voice,
make it
'cause
an old black guy. You want to for
He said
further
James
representation.
Make it an Indian guy.
Make it a woman. How about that?
Yeah, Charlie.
Charlie be a woman.
Charlie's a gender neutral name.
Exactly.
Well, isn't Bosley?
Make it a British woman.
They've
Now we're just
already
being
got
assholes.
Elizabeth Banks playing Bosley.
As soon as they say, "Oh yeah, Charlie's gonna be voiced by," and if it's a female,
But Bosley was born.
they're not gonna shut up.
Yeah,
about
he was.
that.
Yeah, Bosley was a
Bernie,
guy at
yeah,
first, so
yeah.
now Elizabeth Banks is gonna be Bosley. So that's
Oh no, I'm just saying like the way everyone kind of went at all the females because they were like, oh yeah, we're doing a Ghostbusters reboot.
Or Ocean's 8.
You know, the moment they say even Charlie's voice is going to be a female.
Yeah.
You're messing with the original.
Especially because if you look at the new cast, and nothing against the Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz cast, a lot of Charlie's Angels appeal across from the other side of the boardroom is that they're sexy, and the new cast is a lot more wholesome looking, where they're not inherently like. She's sexy to you?
Naomi Scott is the only one I would call.
I mean, what's
they
girl,
look more like girl.
What's sexy?
I'm gonna say girl next door. Sorry.
What do you say? Girl next door?
Yeah, they just have every girl.
They look like they would be underestimated because
Yes.
they look real young.
They look,
Okay,
but they also look like real
I know what
girls.
sexy is.
That
You
wholesome
asked
look.
the question.
No.
Well, what
No.
is sexy?
They look like what I'm saying is.
That's what Justin Timberlake
Sorry.
tried to bring back.
What I'm saying is they look like average girls on the street where you would be like, she's not a spy,
said it.
she's just my friend. Whereas,
said that.
I'm sorry, if I was friends with like Lucy Liu, I would be like, this hoe totally a spy. She's a spy. I know she's a spy. You know how I know she's a spy? Look at her. She just looks too awesome not to be a spy. Like, she's just got that appeal. Cameron Diaz, I would be like, yeah, she's doing something undercover.
Well,
like that, they've got those looks, whereas this new cast very much looks like the girl that you would see, that you would work next to.
So my question is this, and I'm just as we're talking about this, why do we have such a problem with women assuming movie roles that guys used to have? Like, I love Ghostbusters, the reboot.
You
was
asking the
funny
wrong
as
one.
shit.
If you asking me, you asking the wrong one, because I ain't got no problem.
I'm talking to guys, not you.
Bring it.
Because I already know her. I know her
Right.
angle. So it's like
I love
I'm trying
it.
to
It's
figure out
awesome.
why do we have such a problem with Ghostbusters new one?
It was really fucking funny.
fucking funny. And
No,
then-
yeah.
Leslie Jones is
nah.
fucking hysterical.
Yeah, Leslie
I'm
Jones is funny
sorry.
as hell. The
So
ocean.
I'm gonna say I enjoyed it, but I'm not gonna say it was really funny.
It was funny that
I'm gonna say Leslie Jones was definitely the standout to me, while a lot of people say Kate McKinnon was.
Kate McKinnon was funny.
I feel like Kate. Yeah, I feel like maybe because I seen a lot of Saturday Night Live, I was like, Kate McKinnon, you're kind of just playing Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
But like Bridesmaid was like
Bridesmaids was hysterical.
so funny.
When they shit in the
I
bathroom,
only
in the
saw
wedding
that.
dresses,
Oh,
I
man,
thought I was gonna die of laughter.
Great. But I'm saying, for some reason, those movies do not do as well as they should. Because they're women
Because
roles.
men are
I
sexist.
still understand that because
And not
I thought
all,
those
but
movies
you
are funny.
know.
They're so good, and women are funny. Women have become more and funnier and funnier.
Yeah, but
as the years have
that's
gone
a revolutionary thought still, that women are funny when we're not being gross about it, when we're not sitting here talking about fart jokes and burping and all of that.
So I'm playing a little devil's advocate. I feel like sometimes what people's issue is not that it's an all female cast. I think sometimes what their issue is that you're attaching it to a property. Just the same way Brown said earlier about how the fanboys get mad when you switch up things in the Star Wars universe because it's not what they know in their original way. I feel like you have a lot of other fanboys that's like, this is the franchise. This is what I know the franchise as. Don't try to mix it up.
But then I get to the...
People don't like change.
I get that, but then my argument is that this is all a fictional universe. None of this is real.
Exactly.
The ghost is not coming out of my fucking video, my
Look,
camera.
So what's the big deal?
Right.
People have different ways to escape.
And I get,
they're like,
and let me
me
say this: as somebody, and you've heard me have like true fan nerd outs over certain TV shows where I'm really attached to characters and the way their stories, I think their stories should go.
Mm-hmm.
But I also recognize that this is a fictional universe,
It's
and
not
that
real.
it's not real. And unless you're telling me that, unless you're giving me a movie where this is a movie on the slave trade, and you've suddenly made them all white people,
Okay,
that's a whole different story.
Like,
Then we got a problem.
That's historical content.
Right.
Okay.
Unless there's historical context to it, or it's Anne Frank, the Diary of Anne Frank, and all of a sudden she's not a Jew, she's a blonde girl in America, we're gonna have a conversation.
Because honestly, I feel like if it wasn't for the fact that they said we're doing a Ghostbusters reboot with these 4 ladies,
So they just called it the ghost hunting movie?
I feel like if it was just a movie about 4 females hunting ghosts, you take the logo and like the little hearse and stuff out of it, I guarantee you the backlash wouldn't have been as bad.
They just still complain because they'd be like, yeah, I just walked out of this movie
and it copied Ghostbusters. They're trying to be the
Ghostbusters.
I feel
Why didn't they just name it Ghostbusters?
I feel like they would complain, but I feel like the complaint comes more because you're attaching yourself to the name of that property.
I mean, until you can't win.
Yeah, you're not. No matter what, you're not going to be able to win. But I feel like the blowback for just doing something that seems like Ghostbusters is a lot different than the blowback of, oh, this is actual.
But I'll argue that in cases where the movies are predominant or women-made reboots or women-fronted reboots, the blowback is also a lot harsher. We don't, much like with people of color, you don't get a second chance to fuck up. If it doesn't do well, all right, well, it didn't do well. We'll shelve it for 20 years and we'll come back to it. Whereas this white boy movie about this, a time machine made of a hot tub didn't do well the first time around, we'll do it again in 2 months and try it with a different cast and see how that works.
There should be a Bridesmaid 2 already. I'm sorry. The first one was fun. They should give me another one. With anchored ensemble cast, but add more people to it.
But just like with movies, you know, and here's...
That's why I feel like Ocean's 8 played it real safe. Because like...
Yeah. They did, and they had to.
Yeah, it's like, it wasn't a bad movie.
But now that it's made its money, they can do another one. But then you've also got, and here's a prime example. Going back to keeping us on topic, Disney did The Princess and the Frog about 10 years ago now, a little under 10 years.
Yeah.
Because they decided to tell some bullshit black princess story where she spent half the movie as a frog. It didn't get the reception they expected. So what did they do? They shelved every movie of color with a princess of color for the next couple years. Moana just was 2016.
Yeah.
So they shelved every princess of color movie for the next few years. You don't get another chance. It takes years for us to get another chance if it doesn't work out well. We're just now potentially getting a black princess Disney movie.
Yeah, they greenlit it. It's a live action movie. It's going to be called Sadé.
Right, and she's African. Let me be specific that she's African.
Who's it produced by? It's I don't want to mess up the dude's last name.
But I feel like part of the reason they've greenlit that too, though, is because of the success of the Black Panther and A Wrinkle in Time and Moonlight and things like that. But it's taken years. We don't get to try again.
It's based off of an original story by these two female writers, like really new. Like I tried to look them up on IMDb, and they each have like 1 or 2 credits to the name. It's produced by the dude's name is Rick, and the last name starts with an F. I don't know because I don't want to mess it up because it's like an African name.
But you know,
but he directed The Wood.
Everybody would know you tried your very best.
But no, he did The Wood. He did Dope, which I thought was a great movie.
Great movie.
He did the HBO original movie with Kerry Washington when she played the chick who's going after the Supreme Court guy.
Oh, Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas, yeah. Anita Hill. So I mean, he's done movies.
Yeah, I mean, but we also all know that if this movie if it doesn't make money for Disney, we all know it's going to be. We'll never see another black princess for at least the next 10 years.
That's what I understand. Like, I mean, we are now coming, especially 2018, 2017. We're coming into the age of people of color actually are going to support movies. Like,
we've always been going to support. It's that nobody paid attention. And prime example is the Fast and the Furious franchise, which was pushed by people of color. And it was supported by people of color, and they got
movies though. There's too many movies in the franchise.
Yeah, but they got it because of us. So we've always had the money. It's just nobody's paid attention.
Number 9.
We're 12 or 1300. What are we doing here?
Paul Walker documentary is coming out. Just as a sidebar for everybody. Be real sad.
But I think I mean this is the year for people of color in movies. This is the year.
It's good.
For Blurs because
Men in Black has Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth, which is gonna be so fun.
That's gonna be
so much fucking fun.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed they didn't do the Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover they said they were going to do. That probably would have been dope as hell. I'm sorry.
I just really want to see Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson in a movie
together.
They have
great chemistry.
Yes, because
like
after
Thor Ragnarok,
yes.
Oh my God.
I spent the entire time. I didn't want them in a relationship. I was like, I just want you two to journey space together.
Exactly what you're doing.
It's one of
I'm trying to say this guy's last name in my head, and
I'm having on camera.
I'm having a real tough time with it. I'm having a real tough time with it.
Like I said, I didn't want to mess up and disrespect the dude.
Like.
Let me see. What's his name?
It's Rick
Famua. Let's go with Famua.
Look, all I know is he made Dope, and Dope was probably one of my favorite movies.
We'll call him Rick. How about we call him Rick?
I tried to call
that guy
him
Rick.
But yeah, I'm thoroughly excited.
I look crazy on the camera.
You'll catch me in theaters for that.
Take your kid.
No, I'm not taking my kid to go see movies. It's too loud.
But so it's like I was saying,
drive it is for.
The even with the like Anthony Mackie getting the the new role of Alter Carbon, I think that's absolutely great. I mean, you seen Alter Carbon yet?
No.
I don't think she would like. It's not. I don't think she would like Alter Carbon. It's just Alter Carbon is a lot to sit through if you're not in the mindset.
I just started Cloak and Dagger yesterday. Okay, leave me alone.
Oh God, it's so great.
It's so good.
I'm like 2 episodes behind, but I gotta catch up. It's so great.
I just watched the last episode. The next one's gonna be amazing.
The first one's really slow.
Yes, the first.
It took a really long time. Like I'm sitting here like, what?
It is.
I would say the first 2 are kind of.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Also, like maybe warn me that you're gonna shoot a black kid in the very beginning. Like shit, that was a little hard to see.
Heroes are born from tragedy.
So
anyway.
Let's go back.
Anyway.
Except Green Lantern.
But I will say, side note to that, if you saw the trailers, they clearly said his brother got shot by a cop.
Yeah, but I didn't know I was actually going to see it, so it was different. Like, you know, they say lots of things in trailers that you don't always see.
He deflates me with that every single time.
I'm going
I
can sneak it in every single time.
But yeah, I just started Cloak and Dagger. I have a very long to watch list. I'm 8 years behind for everything.
Cloak and Dagger is good, and because it does drag you out a little bit, but you're invested in the characters. Because if you actually read the backstory, you're really invested in the characters.
They switched the backstories too, didn't they?
Yeah, they flipped them.
Yeah, because
they flipped them.
Yeah, because normally Cloak is the one who's like from the streets.
And they touch on it, and I can't tell you what's gonna happen, but anyway.
All right, so never mind. So let's see. Elizabeth Banks and Charlie's Angels. Sadé is the name of the Disney movie that will be released with the African princess.
Also the name of an amazing singer. Like, go get her out.
I just want to make sure I say that. Put that in your head now. What, 2019, 2020?
Yes, you and everyone else saw me.
Wait. Is Smooth Operator a song that you shimmy to?
He just shimmy to Smooth Operator. I don't
know and it worked.
How do you smooth your shimmy?
You don't really shimmy to Smooth Operator.
No, you kind of.
You sway.
Right, or
shimmy.
Sensuous roll, but you don't shimmy.
Okay, you just shimmy to Smooth Operator on our first live show.
I'm so sick of being judged on this show.
I mean, it's okay. You can look, if shimmy is how you'd like to express your love for Sade's music, then shimmy away.
Man.
But because her music is, I mean, that's a voice like nobody else.
Exactly. Do you, boo-boo. Do you.
Yo, but since we were talking about, like, you know, just the more opportunities for African Americans and the African American females, how do you guys feel about, they said that Zazie Beetz from Atlanta and Deadpool 2 and Robert De Niro are in talks for the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie.
To do what?
What are they?
Why do we have a new Joker movie coming out?
Because it's going to be
because people wanted to see the Joker.
It's going to be a Joker.
Heath
Ledger did it. Leave it alone.
I'm asleep. Wake me up when this is over.
Heath Ledger killed the character. Done.
He really did.
Leave it alone. Stop messing with it.
I don't know. If I would put one person who I think could probably match that crazy, Joaquin Phoenix might actually be that guy.
I mean, yes, this is a man who pretended to quit his career by making a 2-year documentary, but that doesn't mean I actually want to see it.
Well,
exactly.
This is more so of an origin story. So it's, in my opinion, once you tell me that Robert De Niro's in the talk, I'm thinking it's going to be like a gangster flick, because that's the kind of way they told the Joker's origin in The Killing Joke. In The Killing Joke, he was like a struggling comedian trying to do stuff. He got in with the mob, and shit went down.
I have fallen asleep.
That's the only Joker story. DC animated movie that I consider a flop. That one, I did not like The Killing Joke. I did not like it at all.
Yeah, the movie wasn't good. The comic is much better. I was excited for it when I read the comic, but after the movie came out, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But wait. I said ooh, and I raised my hand.
I just said, in the back?
I don't know why. Because I just saw
sir.
I saw the trailer for the Reign of Superman. I'm that one I'm really excited for. That one, because nobody's seen the trailer.
No, I saw the trailer.
You put the video up.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, we saw the trailer.
He's like, no one saw it.
Hey, man.
Just because you shared it doesn't mean I watched it. I'm gonna be honest.
Jesus, she's not watching.
We're not sharing nothing more with Brown anymore because
I just don't have a lot of time. I'm very busy at my job.
So
I'm also very busy at my job.
I'm busy at my job.
I'm busy in the but people don't talk to you, do they, at yours?
Yes.
No, mine is different.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Look, I'm very busy ignoring all of your messages.
Non-stop, actually.
I am very busy ignoring all of these messages that you all send. So
time out. So going back. So just because you don't know what role they might be in, you're not excited for the possible casting of these two people?
I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Really?
No.
Zazie Beetz' Domino was a lot better than I expected, especially after all the goddamn hate these goddamn fanboys was trying to give her. She did a hell of a job. And in Atlanta, she is one of the bright spots in Atlanta.
And she is. But I mean, Atlanta itself is a bright spot show.
Yeah, but she's probably one of the brightest.
I'm not the only person to ever watch Atlanta.
I don't watch Atlanta.
You're the only. What'd you say?
I'm not the only person to ever watch Atlanta.
I don't watch Atlanta.
Why have you not watched Atlanta?
I might have to now that it's get on the heat.
It's a good show.
Don't watch it.
It's a funny
You don't watch anything. Okay, we're done talking to you.
I do watch certain things. I watched Insecure, but I don't watch Atlanta.
When
does that come back on?
It comes back on in like 2 weeks, I think.
So you've seen Insecure, but you haven't seen Atlanta.
What? Insecure is shit.
Issa Rae's really good.
She did a good.
It's not my favorite show, but Issa Rae, my sister watches it. Issa Rae's really good.
That it's okay that I feel like a 35-year-old white man in my heart. You don't remember Harrison Booth?
Yeah, but
that was.
But you don't feel that.
Right?
Way,
wait. Don't put that statement out there.
So you've never. He knows it. You guys have never seen it. I might have to show y'all that.
The face that it just made across the board.
I totally got what you were saying, but I was like, you don't feel that way, dude.
It was an episode where they did like a little fake news report. And they were talking about how like people have like their identity, like say they feel one certain way even though they're another, transgenders and things like that. So they interviewed this kid,
trans-Caucasian,
who said he was transracial because he felt that he was like 16, 17, but he felt like he was a 35-year-old white man from Colorado named Harrison Booth.
Okay.
And like while interviewing him, he's like, I just miss everything about Colorado. I just miss, I miss hiking up the mountains.
That's not cute. That's not a cute skit.
That sounds like a split personality.
That's not a cute skit. We're gonna back up away from that.
He said one day I was just like wondering, why am I not getting the respect I feel I deserve? He's like, and then it just hit me that I'm 35 and I'm white. You gotta see it.
I got to see it
because this description is making me say that this skit is not a cute skit. I'm gonna have to watch Atlanta
because I guess I'm the only, because I have a lot of people telling me about it and I've never seen it, so I'm gonna check it out.
I was like, I feel like I should just pull it up right now. But so anyway,
you lost your train of thought there.
No, I'm good. Was good.
He's like, oh, I can fly. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I'm surprised. That's what I was expecting. And even when they do add him to the Justice League, he's a kid hanging out with superheroes.
So he didn't need to be dark and broody.
He didn't need to be dark and brooding. It's Shazam. Now
he doesn't need tragedy to be
his origin
story.
He got tragedy. He's an orphan, bounced around from house to house. He gets beaten up. He goes down a tunnel.
Is that tragedy or is that everybody?
That's more so like bad luck. Yeah, that's
just like tragedy.
That's a lot of people's true life stories. So is that tragedy?
Yeah,
that's a tragedy.
Tragic.
I'm being an asshole.
To lose your parents, that's tragic.
I'm being an asshole on purpose, by the way.
Adopted.
I think we need to have a dictionary episode where we discuss the definition of tragedy and just sad.
Yeah, like
there's a difference.
Like it's tragic. If he was in a car with his parents,
you're telling me it's not tragic
because they got hit by a truck.
But being an orphan, it's sad, but it's not tragic.
Well, it implies because orphans. Well, hold on. Because
what is so different? Okay, then it was just,
because
and then suck it up. You be right.
Well, sometimes it depends on your definition of orphan. Orphan in some cases implies that you've never known either of your parents, so you had no actual attachment.
He was orphaned.
However,
he went to a group home.
Okay, did he know? Was he with both his parents at any point in time, or did they just drop him off on the orphanage steps like Annie and roll the fuck out?
I have to look at it and find out. But he was in a group home. What happens in group homes?
Actually,
that's tragic.
It depends on what kind of group home you're in and what kind of person you have. And we're not going to disparage the whole system because some people fuck up.
But look, but even
it's sad.
It's
I wouldn't say
tragic.
I wouldn't say tragic.
It's definitely sad, but not tragic.
Or traffic.
Or traffic.
or tragic. It's sad.
Nope.
It's sad and a tragedy. You lost it. Look, he gets beat up. He gets jumped and beat up going down the subway.
I mean,
a mysterious black guy gives him powers.
So he's a kid that gets
we got a magical black man?
It's a magical black man.
Shit, you got a magical Negro?
Completely wrong. He was getting chased because he beat the shit out of some bullies who was beating up his foster brother.
But the bullies are coming after him.
Who's handicapped.
That's true.
But the bullies are coming after him.
So he was doing the right thing and it's just taking them hits.
Brown, literally.
Hold on. Not only did he escape, but he escaped and then found superpowers. Nothing tragic about that.
They knocked away the bullies knocked away his foster brother's arm crutches, was making fun of him. He picks it up, beats the shit out of the dude.
What's a better story?
That's a hero right there.
Yes, because it's the hero's journey.
It's not about what's a better story. We're gonna talk about what it is, and what it is he beat the shit out of this kid.
You out here just realigning some key facts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Keep doing that also.
And Jaimin Hansu is the guy who plays
his magical Negro.
His magical Negro.
Wizard, the original Shazam.
Say his name again.
Jaimin Hansu.
Every time I read his name, I swear to God, I never get that.
What do you get? Heard him
oh man, I say it horribly.
Oh nah, the only name I say horribly is Chidowell Ojefor.
Ojefor?
My man.
Let that go.
Yeah, I can never.
Just let that one go.
I'm like the dude from Serenity.
Let that one go. But he's an amazing actor though.
Yeah, he is.
He could play Black Panther.
He could have, but
who?
Kind of Chidowell.
Yeah,
Chidowell.
He could play Black Panther.
He could have.
What a British accent.
I like them.
Look, I'm over here saying like I prefer.
They weren't colonized though. That's the whole point of Wakanda.
True.
Wakanda forever.
But didn't he go to school?
No.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he did.
Realigning some facts.
In the comics, he did go to school.
Thank you.
But in the movie that we all saw and loved and gave $1 million of dollars.
Yeah, to teach them Western civil, teach them how to Westerners.
Exactly. So if you took him, put him in British.
Because at one point he was dating a white girl, in the comics, because the girl, what's her name, Nakia, she was like infatuated with him, got jealous, and even like kidnapped his white girlfriend at one point.
Do we need a Storm of Black Panther?
Apparently not, because I don't pay attention to the comics enough to know they're not even together anymore. They're divorced.
But they were together.
I'd rather not see that tragic turn of events than Black Panther.
Jesus, I'm sorry, heroes don't come from like happy places.
I'm trying to figure out. Y'all shit is like moving so slow, and mine is still so smooth.
What?
The video. It's like you guys are not choppy.
Oh yeah. It's like delayed or it is choppy. Like I'm standing still.
I apologize, but this is the first time we're doing this, so I promise we'll get it better.
It's working, man. Hey, we gonna make it work, baby.
It's freeze framing the worst parts of me because I'm moving the most.
Oh, but now it looks fine though. I mean, but we'll get better. Like, and you know how we'll get better? We'll get better because of the support of all you great people who are going to go ahead and follow us on these social media that you see presented below. You guys will see it in a second. They're watching the live stream. I'm doing shit ahead of time because that's what I do.
Hey, there it is. Look at that.
So, on to something else that I really wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Moviepass got that KO, dog. They got knocked down. They done.
Was anybody surprised?
I'm not.
Okay, can I get a refresher on Moviepass?
All right, so you want the whole history of Moviepass?
Nope. Wow. Okay, I don't think we have enough time.
I want the highlights.
The highlight is Moviepass on Thursday ran out of money, and in running out of money, everything stopped. So like people couldn't, the app wasn't working. People couldn't schedule to go to get their movie tickets and stuff like that. They had to borrow $5 or I think $6 million from another company just to turn the services back on. And then to add injury to insult, after all that, they blacked out Mission Impossible Fallout this weekend. So not only Thursday did you fuck up and prevent me from seeing the movie via Moviepass the way I wanted to, but now you're telling me the movie that I probably wanted to use Moviepass for, I can't go see it all.
So a Moviepass for free tickets or something?
No, you pay $10 a month and they claim that you can go see one standard movie a day with Moviepass
for free, essentially for that $10 a month.
But the problem, and so the business model is flawed because Moviepass is paying the theaters the full price of the ticket.
So they're gonna lose money.
So they're hemorrhaging money. So they've tried to modify it so many times.
So they're telling me that for 33 cents a day, I can go see a movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, now it's very, very unlikely that you can do that shit because now they have it where you can't repeat a viewing of a movie. So if you've seen it once, you can't see it again. So unless 30 movies are coming out every month, there's no way you can see a movie a day.
Which makes more sense because, like you said, at the rate they were going, they are hemorrhaging money left, right, and center. There's no way that that's a solid business model where they are making their money
really
back.
Dumb plan.
So they might start blacking out movies the first weekends they come out, or they might do a surcharge if you want to go see a movie opening weekend, like charge you anywhere between an extra $2 to $6.
I mean, but if you're paying, let's break this down. You're paying essentially 33 cents. You're paying $10 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're paying $10 a month. That's 33 cents a day for a movie. If you tell me that I have to pay $2.33 to go see a movie, as opposed to paying $9.83 to go see a movie, take my fucking $2. That's a much better business model, long term, than what they've been doing now.
I would say the problem is they're coming up with this business model
after the fact.
They've basically been fucked up.
Bankrupt.
Like their stock is, oh my god, their
Did
stock
it do
is
what
so
Facebook
horrible.
stock did the other day?
No, their stock is worse than.
And he's still rich.
No,
still rich as shit.
Their stock is so much worse than Facebook.
Is it? Let's see.
Right, their stock, I think, when I looked at it,
Facebook lost $150 billion.
In a day?
Facebook lost $150 billion in one day.
In a day.
Okay, then maybe not as bad as
In one day, and Mark Zuckerberg is still rich.
Well, no, because when you look at the stock, the Helios or whatever that owns Moviepass, their stock was like in the high, like I think $500-600 a share last year, and now it's like $3 a share.
See,
all right, let's start.
I wouldn't invest in that, hoping that they bounce back.
Hey, for $3 a share, I'll take that money, or I'll spend that money.
I me personally,
keep changing the business model until something sticks. Like she said, $2.33.
Get the Robinhood app and let me refer you so I can get a free stock.
Actually, let me refer you instead of him because he's probably got a bunch of free stock because he referred me.
3.
I have 1.
I didn't refer you.
Didn't you? Oh no, I referred. I think I told you about it, and then you referred me later.
No, my cousin told me about it.
I hate it when mom and dad fight like this.
So do I. I have no idea what they're talking about. It's like a deer in headlights. What?
What? Hey, her fingers in the.
I saw that one.
She did that one right. But no, but yeah, man, nah, that shit took a tank, and yeah, they're hemorrhaging money, and then AMC comes out. Then you have another movie company called Cinema, where yeah, they've scaled it back. It's not a movie every day. It's like 3 movies a week or 2 movies a week.
Who has time to go to movies like that?
Thank you. Like, who has that much free time? I mean, you're the only one.
Maybe
that's insanity.
I don't know how you do. I don't have much free time in my life.
I mean, for me, it's pretty simple.
I enjoy sleeping.
I work because I work out during my lunch break at work, and then I get home around 8:45. My kid only goes to sleep at 9:45, so I just go catch whatever movie starts after 9:45.
And that's voila.
There it is.
As long as I'm in bed before 2 o'clock and I gotta wake up at 7 or 8, I'm fine.
Man, what's that like?
You don't tell me. I'm fucking up at 4 in the morning.
I'm thinking about
that's my lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but
not my lifestyle.
So yeah, Moviepass is fucking up. Moviepass is about to go, so
what
if
is
you have
going
Moviepass,
on?
just take advantage of it while you can. What else did I want to say?
Hey guys, I need to make a phone call real quick.
I mean,
I'll be back.
That's cool because we're getting toward the end of our streaming time anyway. While Sirius is about to leave. That's right. You're seeing him leave through a curtain. This is a makeshift booth that I created.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Exactly. Or the young lady's voice behind.
So what other quick hits?
Damn, Facebook stock is still $175 a share.
That's
bullshit.
why we're talking about it. I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying.
They might have lost a lot of money, but the stock isn't hurting as bad.
That's how big Facebook is. Facebook is what movie? What reference I'm going for? Skynet. Facebook's return to Skynet. I'm telling y'all.
Twitter's stock is cheaper than Facebook's.
Oh yeah, Twitter stock's like $40-some.
$34 today.
Oh, 34.
But it should go. I mean, Donald Trump should make that stock go up
No.
Because he's always on that shit.
All right, so real quick, other little quick hits I had. So, did anyone care that Netflix bought Andy Serkis's Jungle Book movie called Mowgli?
Didn't we already have one of those? Didn't we just do a Jungle Book movie like
So
last
we
year?
had the Disney version,
Yeah.
which is more so lighthearted, and I guess
Then we had the live
this
action.
is going to be more. Yeah, the live action Disney one.
Yeah.
Directed by.
And this
Jon
one's
Favreau.
darker. This one's a darker one.
Yeah, this one's supposed to be more based on the book.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see that.
So
It's a good, it's a good story.
Got to be coming to Netflix. So
Yeah, it's a good story.
But it's just it picked the wrong time to kind of want to come out, and I heard it's been delayed so many times. So it's just, I guess the studio's just like, let's make money while we can. Netflix come buy this shit.
I mean, Netflix is killing it. I mean, they're really doing it. They're doing it big.
Yeah. What else we got?
Oh, Iron Fist. Do we care about Iron Fist 2? Do we see the trailer yet?
I saw the little teaser, and what I can say is the action looks a lot more fluid than it did in the first one.
Absolutely.
And Finn Jones as Danny Rand and Luke Cage season 2 was not that bad.
Yeah.
So I am going to give it a couple of
Is it because it was an ensemble cast?
No,
a wider range ensemble cast?
I think it was. I think that was one reason, because he wasn't by himself.
I also think he's a little more comfortable. Like, the one thing he did say about the first season of Iron Fist is it was kind of rushed. Like,
he wasn't that fluid.
He didn't have a lot of time to train.
He wasn't that fluid.
He didn't know a lot about Iron Fist, so he's kind of, because every time you see him on screen, he gets a little better.
Yeah, I mean, I say Luke Cage, that was the best I've seen him.
That was the best. Fighting wise, that was the best he's ever looked.
Yep, that's the best he's ever looked. They actually corrected a lot of mistakes from Iron Fist, the first one. They actually did. I will give it like 3 episodes. If I'm not into it after 3 episodes, then just like the first season, I'm dropping it. I will shout out Cloak and Dagger, because please, whoever's not watching that, get on that.
Yes.
Get on Cloak and Dagger. It starts off slow.
It really. I have to say, like, I was watching the first episode last night, and it was such a slow, because we were watching it on demand. I was just like, I almost am like, what is this? This is really taking forever to get to what I want to get to.
Read the backstory, then watch it, and you'll see how the director really flipped it. I mean, it did a good job of doing it. And the character development is what you need. Yeah. I think season 2 is gonna be better, because the character development they're building the characters so well in season 1.
I mean, the young actors are cute. I was just like, this is taking so long to get to something to happen.
Just like the Runaways. The Runaways took a little while to get there.
See, but I knew the Runaways before I watched the show, so I knew what I was expecting.
I never knew about the Runaways until the show came out.
Yeah, I didn't know about the Runaways. I knew Cloak and Dagger from Ultimate Spider-Man.
I don't know where I read about the Runaways. I think I knew about the Runaways from some weird bullshit, rabbit hole bullshit. But yeah.
Our last quick hit. They're bringing back the Rugrats. How do we feel about this?
Did you guys miss me?
No.
Oh.
You're here for the last quick hit before we end the show.
Okay.
Rugrats reboot. How do you feel about it?
I love it.
Ain't nobody asked for that.
Is that the live action one?
No, it's not live action.
It's like,
oh my god, could you imagine how
like
scary that shit would be?
It's like
CGI.
CGI, yeah. I'm for it.
I was about to say, a live action Rugrats is already
would be
done.
terrifying.
It's called Baby Geniuses.
It's called Look Who's Talking.
Or
I would say more so Baby
I'm really
Geniuses.
old. Holy shit.
What was I about to say? Baby's Day Out.
Yeah, no, not really.
No.
Kind of, but not really.
No. Okay.
But no, it's one of those things where I always complain that there's never any good cartoons on, and that kids nowadays don't know about the greatness of the 90s. So
they don't.
I want you to learn about it.
You want good cartoons, though? Like Steven Universe is a good cartoon.
It's a great cartoon.
It's amazing.
Wow,
Have you
you
caught up?
really,
Wait,
I fucking love
time out. Have you caught up? Because I'm catching up.
I haven't caught up at all.
They were free the other day on demand, and my sister did like a binge watch, and it was telling me about it. I was like, I can't believe you caught up. Like you without me. I need to know.
It's such a heartfelt.
Let me
it really
change what I
is.
say. The number of
number of good cartoons has dwindled.
Like, you don't have.
They don't have blocks.
Yeah, they don't have blocks.
They don't have blocks.
I used to be able to watch Rocko's Modern Life, All Real Monsters.
Rocko's Modern Life was the
Angry
worst fucking
Beavers.
cartoon
It was
ever.
so bad.
It was so inappropriate. Do you know he worked there 6 times?
That's
so inappropriate.
It was great.
I'll take my age back and show you the age. I used to watch He-Man, She-Ra, Thundercats, Transformers, all those in one block.
Remember, he was like, "When did they do a Thundercats reboot? I don't remember this at all." I was like,
I never knew that. I never knew it at all. I was like, what the hell?
I'm in between because I got Rocco and All Real Monsters and all of that, but I also used to watch like the X-Men cartoon,
Yes,
the original one.
And the X-Men cartoon was like
Fox had a block.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a block.
Fox's block consisted of X-Men, Spider-Man, Power Rangers, and what was it? Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that show.
See, then I had Transformers, GoBots, Space Ghosts.
I remember Space Ghost.
Like
Coast
the
to
Space
Coast?
Ghost when he wasn't a talk show host?
No, it was actually Space Ghost.
When he was the actual. Okay.
We're talking Hanna-Barbera role.
Yes.
Okay.
No, because I can remember in the summers, old Cartoon Network would do like the blocks, and you would get like Josie and the Pussycats. You would get Johnny Quest. You would get all of these. Oh, so racist.
Haji.
You would get Penelope
All right.
Pitstop. Like, what the
Let me tell
hell?
you how my life went. Wacky Races, Smurfs, Snorks, a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Ooh.
Scooby-Doo.
That's Saturday morning right there.
Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
That's a Saturday
No,
morning.
that was a weekday morning when I decided I did not want to go to school.
No.
No, Snorks was on Saturday.
Snorks was on 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, but that was you were getting the redone. But I got the originals.
Yeah.
But you remember US
The
when
Flintstones. Like, you would get
Yeah,
like.
Flintstones,
Need your cane, old man?
But that's
I was
when-
watching it when they were putting out new episodes,
I
sucker.
was, but that's when remember when USA had the actual USA play actual cartoons?
Yep.
When USA played cartoons like all Saturday morning and like you
Up
watch-
until like 10 o'clock.
Yep. USA cartoons. It was great. Kids don't do that. Kids don't have that anymore. They don't have those cartoons.
And part of that was, in response to we need to get our children active. But then we've gone so far in the other direction too, where your kid spends all his goddamn time on this
On
goddamn
phone,
computer streaming like what we're
the thing
like
you
the
want
shit
to
we're
keep
putting
them
out right
active,
now.
Like,
or Fortnite. I hate Fortnite. Hate Fortnite.
and then it's just a lot of live action shit.
I hate Fortnite. I'm saying it again. I hate Fortnite.
Or what's the other one? The Minecraft, that one.
Yeah, Minecraft was taken over before Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite's stupid.
Oh, man.
And I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with technology, but some things should be done in moderation. And I miss the, you sat down with like your siblings to watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, with a bowl
of cereal, and we didn't wake up
Honey
the parents.
Smacks, you down there like this? Yep.
You know they got
Man.
someone out
What
right now,
time
right?
is it? Sonic? All right.
Yes.
Yes.
8:30,
Yes.
Jackie Chan Adventure.
Yes. Yes.
10
man.
o'clock, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Yes. I have kids. They don't watch cartoons at all like we used to.
Mm-mm.
We just sit down on the floor on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning and watch cartoons.
Or you get like that
all
half
the time.
hour after school after your homework is done.
Yes.
You can have
Power
this half
Rangers.
hour and you can watch one show. And you
Would you
were
get Power-
like, what's today? It's Monday?
Mhm.
Monday is
You
this
get
day.
Power Rangers, Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers.
Bobby's World.
Yes.
I watched Sailor
They actually
Moon
bring that back.
Ren and
every day
Stimpy.
after school.
Ren and
Warriors.
Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. But Beavis and Butthead was more like nighttime MTV.
Beavis and Butthead was a little adult. It was a little
Ren
too
and
old at the
Stimpy was a
time.
little
Real
adult.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy was a lot adult.
It
I
was
mean,
funny as
in
shit.
hindsight, we all get
the
no
earlier
why.
or the remake? The remake just got nasty.
The
with it.
earlier.
The
The old, even the
earlier.
old
Stimpy
one.
in general should not
Yeah,
have
it
Yeah,
should
that
have
was
never
never
have been a
kids.
cartoon for kids.
No.
I don't know how he slipped past Nickelodeon. And granted, the 90s were a little different because, again, Rocco's Modern Life really shouldn't have been on
But
for
that
little
was
kids.
Rocco was more subtle with it.
Heifer
like-
was the name of his best friend. He straight up was calling him Heifer every time he called him.
That's the name of
But
the
Heifer
cow.
wasn't a female cow. That's what was extra weird. And he lived
That's
next to
what
the
made it funny.
nematodes. And the nematodes had like Mr. and Mr. Toad would talk about sex like 6 times throughout one episode. And you were like, that
Yeah,
wasn't subtle. Like they were blatant.
She was basically like,
called
why
the
don't you want to be
hotline.
in bed with me anymore?
They called
Why aren't
Rocco's
you ever
hotline.
around me? Do you not love me?
Yes, don't you want to lay with me? They called Rocco's hotline like at least once or twice.
And that goes to show that in the 90s, you could get away with a lot more shit than you can now. Because even though we're more free, open society now,
Well, no, it's
90s TV, you can get away with a lot more
but
subliminal
and that
shit.
also goes to you recognize though long term that sometimes that's so the subtlety isn't it's a heavy-handed way. There's lots of ways you can look at it, which is long term. Some of that stuff isn't good to have exposed your children to so early. Sexualization of children really early on is really fucked up.
True.
And that's why things like you don't see any more toddlers and tiaras, which was in an early to
That
mid
was a
2000s,
twisted ass fucking
which is
show.
sexualization of children, whether it's intended that way or not. That's how some
Put that on
pervert.
TV.
That's how some perverts would look at it. Long term does more harm than good.
Right.
Early, However, there's a good way to have a conversation with your children about sex early on. Showing it through a cartoon where the wallaby
Took a
works at a
weird
sex
turn.
hotline, not the way.
It took a weird
It
turn.
really
I
did.
mean, it took me becoming 20 before someone even showed that to me.
Yeah,
Like,
I think we
No,
when I say it was subtle, it's
it
like
al-
we glossed past it
but
when
it
we
also
were
depends-
watching it.
Oh no! See, I
Like
watched.
I didn't
my
catch it when
mother-
I was
there's a
a
lot
kid.
of shit that I've gone back on, and I'm thinking,
Oh God, yeah.
oh God.
Oh
my mother
God,
watched
yeah.
that with me. My mom, because my mom was a cartoon kid, so she watched cartoons with us when we were little,
Yeah.
and I can remember her being the one to be like, Rocco works. Like I heard her talking to somebody, being like, they don't get it, but Rocco works at a place that's not appropriate for little kids.
Hey, but you know,
And I can remember not wanting to say Heifer's name when I was explaining who the cow was to her, because I heard my mother throw that at people as like that heifer. So I was like, it's such a bad word as his name is Heifer.
but you know, you go back and watch Flintstone. Fred Flintstone was a chauvinist woman beater
Yes.
and dragged his wife around and smoked
By
cigarettes.
the
He was a caveman.
Well, but
and that kind of
Yeah,
goes
but
hand in
science
hand with how
disproves
they,
that
they
argument,
looked
though.
at
But you look at
how they portrayed
if you look at
cavemen.
the
Serious.
Yeah.
Science disproves that argument.
I
There, so
watched,
we
I
gonna
watched
argue
a
that.
commercial for Winston cigarettes
Oh shit.
that actually showed them as the like spokesman for it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, cartoons used to advocate for smoking back then.
It was funny.
Like we had cartoon characters that would take out a cigarette. Now, you're what? Now I walk down the streets of
Sissies.
DC and
Yeah.
somebody in front of me is smoking, and I'm like, what the fuck do you have a cigarette for? Let me smack you because you look dumb. You're also 22. You look really dumb.
Cool work.
Don't do that to anybody in public.
I mean, I might.
Because I know if I was smoking a cigarette, somebody
If you keep
said
blowing
that,
your smoke in my face while I'm walking behind you, it might be
take
a
off running.
it might be a kick in the pants.
Cool World.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was absolutely not for children at all. But and that was one of my favorite movies as a child.
It was.
Cool World was.
I mean,
dope.
even yeah.
We're ending this on the 90s was great, but at the same time, it was a lot of shit that was
Then maybe we
a
should have
lot more,
rethought. We should have
a lot
rethought
more
some
mature
things.
than we actually figured
no
out.
shit.
Oh man.
Fun times, but we should have rethought a few things.
We should-
Hindsight is 2020. Also, watch Steven Universe.
Hindsight's 2020, but it's still better than the shit they got now.
Why?
Steve's all in there.
Blank man just fucking with the soundboard.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so that's all we got for y'all this week. I don't have to do any more shameless plugs because, as you can see underneath the video, there's all the shameless plugs. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Go ahead and join that Patreon. Subscribe for $1. For $1 a month, you can give us $1.
We'll take it.
You could help us make our studio
And
a
we
lot
are
better.
also on Sidespin Media now also.
Yeah, like with your donations, you will help us grow. That's how you phrase that in a really nice, please give me stuff way.
Man,
Give us more money.
I ain't gotta-
And I'm looking at you
I
like you're
gotta be
crazy.
nice.
You do have.
That's because I don't.
For no reason.
I
Just
was
for
about to
fun?
say,
For no reason.
I was about to say, you trying to say your kids are calling you home?
No.
Or
It's
what?
no for no reason at all.
I could go about saying stuff the nice way, but there's no point. Not even,
It
like
always helps.
that's what she's here for,
Damage control.
pretty much.
Damage control. Well, thank you, folks.
But
Hope
yeah,
you
this
enjoyed
has been
it.
another episode of the Blurred Perspective. So on behalf of myself, those other two dudes that you can see on camera, and that woman who gave someone the finger earlier off camera,
It was fun.
we'd like to wish y'all a good day. Peace.
Peace
Bye.
out.